Hey everyone, and welcome to Sketching with Sarah. This video is part 4 of my Blob Art Challenge series. If you haven't seen part 1, 2, or 3, I have a handy dandy playlist in my description, so be sure to check those out after this one. I also have some exciting news toward the end of my video, so stick around to hear about it. Enough chit chat, let's get into the blob animals. So since this is part 4, I'm using the 4th row of my watercolor travel set, which are these nice bright green colors. I'm using these colors to make random blob shapes to fill the page of my sketchbook. Then I'm gonna start to imagine what animals I see in these blobs and doodle on top of the blobs to create them. I will say that I think I finally get how to work with these watercolors. In my past videos, I was trying so hard to make them opaque, so I put a lot of pigment onto the brush pens, which did result in a streaky finish, and not so much the flat washes that I was intending for. But I think that's because I was trying so hard to get it to look like Posca pens or another opaque medium. But with watercolor, you need a lot of light washes on top of each other, which I knew, but I was a little impatient for the videos before. I realized the key is to have a lot more water and just do more layers of it. Since it is really easy to just imagine these blobs as animal face shapes, I really tried to see these blobs having bodies included in them to challenge myself further. Don't get me wrong, it is fun. It got way too easy to just spot 2 ears or a beak or a snout and make the rest of a blob into that animal accordingly. But I really wanted to challenge myself further, so I really tried to do that cloud gazing for a little longer to see if I could find a body in the blobs as well. So for this first blob, I used the top right bump as the back of the skull and made a cute smushed face and a swoopy tail to create this rare green fox curled into a little ball. The color green came into play way more heavily in this blob when I decided to make her a frog. Something about her double bloated chin and little finger pads are just so endearing to me. When making these blobs, I put them pretty close together on accident, so I decided to lean into that and have these blobs interacting somehow. With that in mind, I worked with them at the same time, and it turned into a cute bunny hamster critter being ticklish or bashful with this curious worm snake getting close to her. For this blob, I definitely saw a ghost right away, but since I am trying to make them all animals to fit this animal-heavy channel of mine, I turned the ghosty head wisp into bunny ears and added a little puffball tail on the end. This next blob took me a bit to see, but once I did, I flew with this cute little sea turtle blob. For this next blob, I couldn't stop seeing this ginormous smile, so I turned it into a really exaggerated frog face. I know I've been trying to look for bodies in all these blobs, but for this one, I just couldn't resist. For this next one, honestly, this is probably my favorite blob I've created across all of my blob videos so far. Maybe it's because I love sea otters, but yeah, I saw this point as a tail and the nub on the top as a head, and made this really weird but cute proportioned sea otter. Side note for all my Animal Crossing lovers, they released the swimming feature a bit ago, and Pascal keeps wanting my scallops whenever I'm diving for sea creatures. So maybe this blob was actually a subconscious Pascal doodle? This blob reminds me of the other penguin blob I made on I think part 1. But to change him up, I made him extra eccentric and crazy looking because why not? I just love his stupid face. For this final blob, I am kicking myself because I thought I hit the record and drew the whole thing, and then I went to go stop the recording. It started the recording. Anyway, here's the explanation for this blob. Pacific white-sided dolphins have more of a short, pointed beak than, say, bottlenose dolphins. And that's what I saw on the right side shape. And then I added a simple line to suggest that unique striping that they have. I really enjoyed that it is a blob because it kind of makes it look like he's coming out of the water surface because you can't see the tail or anything. It's just kind of cut off by the dorsal fin over there. And I think because of that, it makes this blob more clearly read as a dolphin. So that does it for my blob animal art challenge. Now for some exciting news. I figured out Amazon affiliates. If you've watched any of my videos before, I always have the supplies I use in each and every single one of my videos in case anyone was just curious or interested in trying out any of them. And now, from this video on, if you use the links in my description specifically, I get a tiny commission for sending you there if you make a purchase. It's not a whole lot, but it would mean a lot to me nonetheless to help support my channel. I don't think I'm gonna go back to all the other videos I've made and change them to my affiliate links, just because in the video itself I never disclose that they were. I'm not sure if I can just say it in the description and that be fine, or maybe I have to go back into the YouTube video settings and check the box that says there are affiliate links. I'm not really sure, but I'll have to investigate that. But for now, all of my other videos are not affiliate links in the description, so I just thought I'd put that out there as a disclaimer. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and comment which of these blobs was your favorite and why. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I think my favorite personally is the otter or dolphin so far, but let me know what you think. I make new videos every single Friday, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.